Good morning, early years. I thought I'd share a lovely collection of poems that I've got with you today from this story. It's called Mad About Minibeasts. So here we go. At the bottom of your garden, you might just hear a sound, a chirrup from the treetops or a scuttle on the ground. If you step a little closer, maybe you can see a ladybird, a dragonfly, a beetle or a bee. The sun is in the sky and it's a lovely summer's day. The Minibeasts have seen you and they want to come and play. I wonder how many Minibeasts can you see on the page there? Oh, Teddy's come to join us. This one's all about the snail. Hello. We're famous for slithering slowly, but wouldn't you also be slow if you had to carry your house on your back wherever you wanted to go? Slug. We're sticky and we're slimy and we haven't any bones, so we hang out under flower pots and shelter under stones. There they are. Ooh, I like these ones. Worms. I wiggle and I wriggle down into my hole, and then when I want something scrummy, I munch a few mouthfuls of marvellous mud. Do try some, it's really quite yummy. Spider. I love to wake up in the morning when my web is all covered with dew. It's such a fine sight when it glitters so bright. Don't you think it's beautiful too? I wonder if you can get up early one morning and go and have a look outside. See if you can find a spider's web on a fence or a gate, or in the corner of a wall is a good place to have a look. Now, what do we know that spiders are good for? They're good for catching flies in their web. My eyes are big and orange and my body's black and fuzzy, and I fly around your house all day just being very buzzy. Bzzz. There you go, what's next? Beetle. We've got these two feelers on top of our heads which wiggle and help us to see. And we scuttle around without making a sound. Can you scuttle as quickly as me? Does it look like you're reading, Teddy? Oh, earwigs. Now those, you need to have a look and see if you can find some of those. I wonder if you know where they like to live. I like to feed on tasty plants and trees that have gone rotten. But the weirdest thing about me is the pinchers on my bottom. So their pinchers aren't on their head, they're on their bottom. Are you enjoying these poems, Teddy? Oh, now, if you've ever been to forests, you know that Jackie and Forest, they've got some of these. Stick insect. I'd rather not be eaten, so I've got this brilliant trick. I cling to leaves and branches and pretend that I'm a stick. Ants. We ants like to work as an army, which means that we do things together. Just watch how we carry these leaves to our nest. You must admit, that's pretty clever. I wonder if you've ever seen an ant carrying anything. Now, where my mum lives in Spain, it's very hot out there, and some of the tiles around the pools have got cracks in. And sometimes we might be sitting there having our lunch, and if Charlie or his cousin have dropped some of their lunch on the floor, if you're lucky, you get to see the ants come along and pick up all of the little crumbs, and then they carry them and take them down the cracks to where their nests must be. Let's see what's going to be next. Ah, one of our favourites here, caterpillar and the butterfly. I munch on the leaves in the garden, then slowly I spin my cocoon. But now I must sleep, as I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly soon. Munch, munch, flutter, flutter. There they go. So now is a really good time to be looking out for caterpillars, seeing if you can see any cocoons hanging from leaves or trees. Some of you might have had those special kits where you can grow caterpillars at home. Usually we would be doing that in school if we were all at school now, but we haven't done it this year because we're not there. Ladybirds. How many spots has a ladybird got? Look at my back and you'll see. I know that I've got, well, I've got quite a lot. Why don't you count them with me? Let's count how many this ladybird has got. She's got 1, 2, 3 on that side, and then 1, 2, 3 on the other side. How many does that make altogether? 3, and another 3 makes, I'm going to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spots. Oh, now, this long creature here that's got lots and lots of legs. Does anyone know what that one's called? It's called a centipede. Hello, I'm the centipede. How do you do? I'm as friendly can be. Now, which of my hands would you most like to shake? I've got at least 30, you see. Wow. All of those. So he's calling them his hands. And he walks on them as well, doesn't he? So they could be legs as well. Oh, buzzy, buzzy bee. There's nothing more brilliant than being a bee. You may think that it sounds a bit funny, but you'd shout hooray if you lived every day in a hive full of heavenly honey. Who likes to eat honey? Some people like to have it on toast or with some yoghurt. A couple of years ago we had a little boy called Jack, and his granddad kept bees. I wonder if you know anybody that keeps bees in their garden. And he brought us in some of the stuff from inside the bee's hive, and he showed us lots of pictures of how him and his granddad used to collect all of the honeycomb and the honey. Oh, now these ones are very pretty. Dragonfly. My wings are like shimmering rainbows, and my body's a dazzling green. Of all of the animals here in this pond, surely I must be the queen. And if you've ever seen one of those, they have got very, very pretty wings. You quite often see them around long grass or round by rivers or ponds. Now, do you like that one or not? Grasshopper. You're in the way, Teddy. We grasshoppers do enjoy jumping, as our legs are incredibly strong. And when we're not jumping, we rub them together to make the most beautiful song. There it is, a big grasshopper. Grasshoppers are really tricky to spot in the grass because they're really well camouflaged. You might be able to hear them when you're walking along. I don't know if you ever go and walk along over the willow bridge, and in the long grass along there you can quite often hear them. But look, now it's night time. Did you like those mini beasts? What a lot there are. Flying, crawling, slithering and jumping oh so far. Some live by the water and some live in the air. Some like living underground and finding food down there. But now let's leave the garden. We can come another time. Which beast was your favourite one? I bet you can't guess mine. So, which one did you like the best? Bye for now.